In the world of Formula One, major developments are often shrouded in controversy and speculation, and the latest news is no exception. A groundbreaking shift has occurred amid the Las Vegas Grand Prix, suggesting that Andretti may finally secure a position on the F1 grid starting in 2026. This comes after significant backing from the Department of Justice and a change in Liberty Media's leadership. But there's a lingering question: will Cadillac join forces with Andretti sooner rather than later, or will they delay their entry? For years, the saga surrounding Andretti's quest for a Formula One spot has been a hot topic. Now, reports from Racing News 365 suggest that Andretti is on the brink of being accepted as the 11th team, despite staunch resistance from Formula One management FOM in the past. Michael Andretti, previously the team's CEO, stepped aside, leaving his father, former F1 champion Mario Andretti, to champion the cause. Meanwhile, the new majority owner, Dan Tauris, has taken the reins, signaling a new era for the team. Tauris's appearance at the Las Vegas GP stirred excitement, as multiple credible sources, including the Associated Press, hinted that the F1 governing bodies might finally approve General Motors-backed Andretti for a grid spot. This marks a pivotal moment for both the sport and its American fans, potentially solidifying the USA's place as a long-term partner in the Formula One ecosystem. Andretti's determination has been evident, investing heavily in facilities both in the US and Europe. Critics argued the team hasn't proven its worth in terms of adding value to the championship. The main concern was the potential dilution of prize money shared among the 10 existing teams. However, Renault's decision to exit the engine supply program after 2026 has created a gap, paving the way for Andretti to step in as a much-needed addition to the sport's engine ecosystem. With Renault stepping away from the engine supply business post-2026, Formula One faces a critical juncture. Andretti's entry as an 11th team not only addresses the immediate gap but also opens up opportunities for new engine manufacturers like Cadillac to join in. While Cadillac's debut as an engine supplier might be delayed until 2027 or 2028, the team is expected to begin as a customer, relying on existing suppliers in their initial years. This transitional period is crucial for Andretti to acclimate to the high demands of Formula One. Interestingly, even Audi, despite being granted earlier access, has admitted to lagging in their development timeline. Andretti, therefore, faces an uphill battle but remains undeterred. Critics who have dismissed the American team's potential for success are perhaps underestimating the groundwork already laid, including the testing of a chassis for the 2026 season well ahead of formal approval. One of the most surprising twists in this story comes from Mercedes' Toto Wolff, who has historically been one of Andretti's strongest critics. Recently, however, Wolff's stance appears to have softened. Addressing the potential addition of Andretti, he emphasized the importance of enhancing the championship's value. Wolff stated, "If a team can contribute to the growth of the sport, particularly with backing from General Motors, that's a game changer. It's about increasing the sport's revenue and popularity, not just among fans but also for stakeholders." This shift in perspective highlights the broader benefits Andretti's inclusion could bring to Formula One, particularly in the North American market. The collaboration with a heavyweight like General Motors promises not just financial backing but also a significant boost in audience engagement and sponsorship opportunities. However, a key question remains: will Andretti be recognized independently, or will Cadillac be the face of the operation under GM's umbrella? F1's willingness to allow Andretti's name to take center stage may well determine the trajectory of this partnership. The narrative surrounding Andretti's entry gained further momentum due to two pivotal events: a leadership shakeup at Liberty Media and the results of the recent U.S. presidential election. Liberty Media's restructuring saw Greg Maffei stepping down as CEO, with the reins handed over to John Malone, the company's founder and chairman. This transition seems to have softened Liberty Media's stance on Andretti's inclusion. Previously, Maffei was openly critical of Andretti's bid, going as far as expressing personal opposition during a meeting at the Miami GP, according to Mario Andretti. Mario revealed that during the breakfast meeting with Maffei and F1 CEO Stefano Domenicali, Maffei shockingly declared, "I will do everything in my power to ensure Michael never enters Formula One." Such words struck Mario deeply, as he expected the discussion to focus purely on business rather than personal vendettas. With Maffei now out of the picture, the dynamics have evidently shifted, potentially opening the door for Andretti's long-awaited entry. Adding to the drama is Donald Trump's re-election as U.S. president. Trump's previous public support for Formula One, particularly his presence at the Miami GP in the McLaren camp, has reignited speculation about his influence. Advocating for an all-American F1 team aligns with Trump's broader Make America Great Again agenda, further emphasizing the importance of American representation in the sport. If the Department of Justice continues to back Andretti and the U.S. administration prioritizes the expansion of American interests in global sports, it would be increasingly difficult for F1 to reject Andretti's bid. The timing couldn't be better for Formula One, as the sport is experiencing unprecedented popularity in the United States. Events like the Las Vegas GP have generated billions in revenue, solidifying the U.S. as a lucrative market for the sport. Allowing Andretti to join the grid could amplify this momentum, especially if the team attracts homegrown talent. The prospect of two American drivers representing an American team could elevate Formula One's status in the States, potentially leading to new circuits in major cities like Chicago or New York. Despite the excitement surrounding Andretti's possible inclusion, there are still significant hurdles to overcome. The debate centers on whether Andretti should be allowed to enter the sport as an independent team or as a Cadillac-branded branch of General Motors. Historically, Formula One has welcomed manufacturers like Audi, whose participation adds stability and value. However, Andretti operates differently as it combines a business-driven approach with a deep passion for motorsport. Andretti has already made substantial investments to secure his team's spot, even without a formal green light. Reports suggest that the team is actively testing chassis designs for the 2026 season, demonstrating their readiness to compete at the highest level. Critics, however, argue that without immediate backing from an engine manufacturer like Cadillac, Andretti might not bring sufficient value to justify diluting the prize pool shared among the existing teams. In the background, Mario Andretti continues to defend the project, emphasizing the dedication and vision that have gone into this effort. Meanwhile, some skeptics point to logistical concerns, such as integrating a new team into the grid and adjusting revenue-sharing agreements. However, many believe these are solvable challenges, especially given the potential benefits for the sport. On the flip side, key voices in Formula One, including Mercedes' Toto Wolff, have softened their criticism. Wolff's acknowledgement of the potential benefits of an Andretti-GM partnership has sparked optimism. His comments suggest that F1's leadership is beginning to recognize the broader implications of denying Andretti's entry. By embracing a team backed by one of the world's largest automakers, F1 could strengthen its ties to North America while simultaneously attracting new fans and sponsors. The timing of this decision is crucial, as Formula One continues to expand its global footprint. The U.S. market has become a cornerstone of this growth, and Andretti's inclusion could symbolize a commitment to maintaining this momentum. The involvement of a storied racing name like Andretti, coupled with the support of General Motors, would undoubtedly generate excitement among fans, investors, and sponsors alike. One of the most striking elements of this entire situation is how much has changed in recent weeks. The departure of Greg Maffei from Liberty Media's leadership and Donald Trump's re-election seem to have dramatically altered the outlook for Andretti's entry. Under Maffei's tenure, the barriers against Andretti seemed insurmountable. His apparent personal animosity towards the project, as revealed by Mario Andretti, created a hostile environment. With Maffei no longer involved, the decision now rests with individuals who appear more open to collaboration and growth. Meanwhile, Trump's influence cannot be ignored. His presidency brings a renewed focus on promoting American interests, and the inclusion of an American Formula One team aligns perfectly with that agenda. Trump's public support for motorsport, particularly his affiliation with McLaren during the Miami GP, has only added to the speculation. His administration's backing could accelerate Andretti's approval, creating an ideal scenario for Formula One to expand its American presence. The financial and cultural benefits of Andretti's inclusion are clear. The Las Vegas GP alone generated a staggering $1.5 billion in revenue last year, showcasing the sport's growing popularity in the U.S. market. Having an American team on the grid would further enhance this appeal, potentially drawing in more sponsors, broadcasters, and fans. Additionally, the possibility of two American drivers racing for Andretti adds another layer of excitement, tapping into a previously underutilized aspect of Formula One's potential in the States. Moreover, the addition of an 11th team could pave the way for new circuits in major U.S. cities. Discussions about hosting races in Chicago or New York have long been speculative, but an American team could make such proposals more viable. These developments would not only boost Formula One's profile in the U.S., but also contribute to its long-term global growth strategy. As the debate continues, one thing is certain: Andretti's entry has become more than just a business decision. It represents a turning point for Formula One, with implications that extend far beyond the grid. Whether it's about embracing new markets, addressing logistical challenges, or navigating political influences, the decision to include Andretti could shape the sport's future in ways we've never seen before. As this story unfolds, it's becoming increasingly clear that Andretti's bid is about more than simply adding another team to the grid. It's about changing the narrative of Formula One in North America and redefining the sport's potential reach. With Andretti already laying the groundwork by testing a 2026-ready chassis and securing partnerships, they are signaling their readiness to compete, not just exist, in Formula One. The absence of Greg Maffei from Liberty Media, who was a vocal opponent of Andretti's inclusion, is a significant shift in the power dynamic. His replacement, John Malone, brings a more pragmatic and strategic approach to leadership, focusing on long-term growth and partnerships. The removal of a personal bias from decision-making could finally tip the scales in Andretti's favor. As the sport's governing bodies deliberate, one thing is clear: the inclusion of Andretti is more than a business move. It's a statement about the direction Formula One is heading. It's about embracing diversity, fostering growth, and ensuring that the pinnacle of motorsport remains dynamic and forward-thinking. So, what do you think? Is Andretti's entry the game-changer Formula One needs? Could this mark the beginning of a new golden era for the sport in the US? Share your thoughts in the comments below, and stay tuned for more updates as this story continues to unfold. Thank you for watching, and make sure to subscribe for more in-depth coverage of Formula One's most captivating stories. See you in the next video.